All right, everybody, we're going to start this trip with a little bit of a history lesson. Back in 1949, our founder, Owen Godwin, opened up this park and named it the Florida Fish and Wildlife Institute. Now, that's a good name for a school. Why, it's a good name for a government institution, but it is not a good name for an amusement park, and that's what we were. So he changed our name to Snake Village. Snake Village was supposed to be this fun, exciting name that would just draw in the crowds. But what happened was, well, there's a lot of people that did not like snakes back in the 1950s. So he went to the smartest person he knew, his wife Pearl, to get some advice, and she said, well, you know, we got a lot of gators, got a lot of land. Why don't we just call that place Gatorland? Well, don't you know that was the best name ever? Here we are 70 years later, and we're still known as Gatorland, the gator capital of the world. Up here on the right-hand side, we're going to buy some of our saltwater crocodiles. In this first enclosure, that's where Morton and Sheila live, and in the second enclosure, we've got Big Daddy Dundee and Phoebe. I can see Dundee. He's in their enclosure on the upper right-hand side of their pond. The third enclosure is where Salty Girl lives all by herself. Now she's in the upper right-hand corner of her pond there, and you can see she's half in and half out on the water. On the right-hand side, that's where we keep our Nile crocodiles. You know, we got 8 of them in there. Blondie and Sultan, they're the parents. And we got 6 of their youngins in there too. Now the youngins, they don't have their proper names yet, but as a group, we know them as the misbehaviors. For obvious reasons. We are now entering into Piney Woods, also known as our large mammal enclosure. Now they're doing a lot of work in here. They told me they was going to add some animals and all. I didn't know they was going to add a bobcat. Over on the right-hand side, this brown and white cow, that is Amelia, and she's a Texas Longhorn. We got 3 of them in here. The other 2 are under that pole barn. The big black bull, Boss, and the black bull with the white face, that's their son, Mikey. The big brown animal is Buffy. She's our bison. They're more commonly referred to as the American buffalo. And over there and over here, we've got 2 Cebu bulls. Now they're the black and gray bulls with the humps on their backs, and those humps are just like a camel's hump. Now the way they work is, well, those humps are filled with fat cells, and as they dissipate, they release amino acids, sugars, and oils into the bloodstream. And those guys, they can go 5 to 6 weeks without one bite of food or one drink of water. Wish my fat cells could do that, I tell you what. On the left-hand side, that is our emu pavilion. The emu is the second largest bird in the world. They stand over 6 feet tall. And you know those guys, they can run over 30 miles an hour. On the left-hand side is our Legends of the Swamp show. And that's where you can watch one of our gator wranglers hop in the water, pull out a gator, and teach you all about them. They'll tell you all kinds of fun facts, all kinds of important facts too, like what you should and should not do in case you run across one of those guys in the wild. On the right-hand side, this is our breeding marsh. We've got 150 alligators living in there. It's also the largest enclosure we have here at Gatorland. Coming up on the left-hand side, that is our petting zoo. The petting zoo is where we keep the cute, the cuddly, and the fluffy animals we like to keep here at Gatorland. We've got everything from goats to sheep, from emus to cebus. Why, there's even a couple tortoises in there. On the right-hand side is more of our breeding marsh. On the right-hand side of the train is the nesting ground where the female gators like to come and build their nest. It's got plenty of building materials, a lot of land, and the most important thing, ready access to water. Over here on the right-hand side, that's Kendrick. Kendrick's right in the middle of them trees, and he is a sulcata tortoise. The sulcatas are the third largest of the giant tortoises. They come from the Sahara Desert over there on the continent of Africa.